And Jacob, I know you're going to have to run eventually. You just do your
Yep.
thing. Peace out when you need to.
I got a piece right now. You guys have a great day. Go Pack Go. Merry Christmas, everybody. It's been a wonderful, wonderful week.
Merry Christmas, Jacob.
All right, let's dive into a little bit of the tape. I was in here getting Chalk Talk ready. We've already 5 plays in, and we're not even through with the second quarter yet. This is one play that kind of stood out to me. This was an explosive play, and I just tweeted out, we all focus on the Josh Jacobs stiff arm on the Honey Badger, but take a second to watch Sean Ryan on this 20-yard run. Great footwork to control the double team, athleticism to the safety, and then a +1 hat count created by one player. And I want to explain what we're talking about here. So we're just going to roll the tape, and hopefully I'll be able to pause it from time to time. It's kind of gets a little wonky here. You see Sean Ryan at right guard. I want you to watch him help with the double team. Watch his feet, Tim. I just want you to key in on his footwork right here. Look how quick it happens. So I went slow motion for everybody. Look, inside leverage, knowing where his help is with Josh Myers. He's going to keep one hand on that guy, and he's already got eyes on the safety right here, right? And you see him slide up to the next level. So still holding him there. Great job getting out front of that block, and that's what springs Josh Jacobs on this 20-yard run here to set up the touchdown. Of course, the stiff arm there at the end. My man swimming in the dirt there, boy. You love to see it.
I love the patience. We always talk about Josh Jacobs being a patient runner.
Mm-hmm.
And you see him there, and, first of all, taking one of let's be honest, Tyrann Mathieu is, he's probably past his prime, but, a top-tier safety in the NFL for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And he just, takes him out like he's taking out the trash on a Tuesday, right? And then he has the patience at the end of this run to realize where he is on the field, and goes ahead and goes out of bounds here rather than, making the dive for the end zone, which we all love. But, you extend there, you could pop a shoulder.
Fumble the ball,
Yeah, fumble the ball, all kinds of things. He understands what's going on and just gets out of bounds. But, yeah, absolutely. Sean Ryan, dude, Nacho Libre, one of the most pleasant surprises of the year, I think, for this Packers offense. Him taking his game to the next level and stepping up in a big way. It's just making this team better, and you love to see it, dude.
Yeah, and again, this is what we call duo, right? This is that double-double we're talking about, vertical power. Look at the 2 double teams. You got Zach Tom and Tucker Kraft taking care of Cam Jordan. By the way, mostly Tucker Kraft. Look at Tucker Kraft holding the edge there. I think that's Kraft, right? It looks like him, yeah. So he holds the edge. You get a double-double, meaning 2 double teams, and they're looking to vertically displace, and that's where you get our boy Sean Ryan getting to the second level and sealing off the safety, man. This is duo 101 right here. And again, I love how Zach Tom really helps finish the Cam Jordan block off. I think that's Cam Jordan, right? Yeah, 94. And then look at Tucker just slide right over, take care of the DB right there. I mean, this is textbook run blocking right here. And I'm sure PFF will have a bad run blocking grade on the Packers, and we will all just roll our eyes, okay? Because these boys were blocking their ass off last night, no doubt.
For sure. And again, against, NFL royalty, man. You're talking about Cam Jordan, Tyrann Mathieu. Like, this is you're literally witnessing the new era, like, developing right now. You're seeing our young guys go up against, NFL vet OGs and just making them look like children out there on the field. And it's awesome. I love it.
Yeah. Absolutely. And again, make sure you guys go get your vote in here on YouTube. The poll question is, who is your PTA Offensive Player of the Week? It's Jayden Reed, Tucker Kraft, the whole offensive line, or Josh Jacobs. Right now, the offensive line is leading at 45%. That is absolutely awesome. I'd love to see the O-line win that. And, of course, tomorrow, if we do a show tomorrow on Christmas, I'll try to sneak one in around the festivities. We'll do the Defensive Player of the Week as well, so we can get the PTA Players of the Week completed there. But, again, Sean Ryan, just a great job. Again, Tucker Kraft doing a good job sealing off the edge there, too, helping with the double-double, the duo look. Now, let's move on to the next play here that we broke down this morning. And this was the touchdown pass to Tay Wicks. I said Jordan Love's first quarter touchdown pass was played perfectly by Dontavion Wicks. Great play, staying shallow, avoiding the pick penalty, and sold it like a pro to free up the route. So you're going to notice here on this one, you see Tay Wicks down here. He's technically lined up in the Z. I think they're going to do a little pre-snap shift. So now it's almost like he's in a slot position there. So really what you got is Romeo Doubs playing F on that specific play. So you're seeing those become a little more interchangeable. Watch Tay Wicks on this play right here, Tim. This is beautiful. look, 1 yard, totally legal. You can turn around and look at the quarterback. You're not engaging with the defender. You're just looking at the quarterback waiting for the pass and let him take himself out of the play, flopping like damn LeBron James out here. And then Tay Wicks is just butt naked. This is Matt LaFleur with the belt to the ass. What a great play call, man. Play design is just unbelievable.
Absolutely. This is what we talk about, right? Little bit of razzle dazzle, but not getting too cute in the red zone. And it results in a touchdown. And yeah, Tay Wicks, man, I don't want to hear any slander at all. Tay Wicks is that dude for sure.
Yep. No doubt about it, man. He's
so good off the ball, man. That first move.
And the one later with the RPO where Malik Willis's ball gets batted down, like the way he shook that defender, setting up the stalk route and then gone out. I mean, he is, if he gets the hands thing under control, which really wasn't much of an issue last year, just kind of emerged this year. I'm telling you, dude, this guy right here might be the reason that we don't keep both Christian Watson and Romeo Doubs.
I was just going to say he's right on Rome's heels as the best route runner on this team. Yeah. For sure.
I think I think he's a better route runner than Doubs, but Dobbs' hands are just so, oh my gosh, man. He's just one of the best at that. So, again, Tay Wicks showing up last night. Wasn't huge on the stat line, but just knowing where to be, creating just enough separation, absolutely awesome.
I just caught the ball.
Badger Trio with the super chat. Appreciate you, buddy. He says, I love Aaron Jones, but Josh Jacobs is the best back in years. Badger Trio, no one loved Aaron Jones more, still does, than our household. Mandy, my wife, was devastated. Like, he is just like the heart and soul of the Packers, right?
Your house too? That sounds like my house.
And again, the Packers really stuck to their guns and said, look, here's the number we've got on you. And I think the difference ended up being somewhere between 1 and 3 million. So I want to make myself really clear. If you're asking me what I would have done, I would have given that extra 1 to 3 million to Jonesy to have him and Jacobs on the roster together. I think that would have been phenomenal.
We'll always have that 17 minutes when they were both on the team, though. Yep. And we were excited.
Understand, too, you freed up a lot more money than that letting him walk. But that was the difference that Goody wasn't willing to go any higher on, right? So I understand the criticism of Goody not having them both there. But boy, oh boy, as Mandy said last night, she was just like, I really like Josh Jacobs. Because she heard him talking about him and his dad. And of course, he mentioned Jesus a couple times. And it was just Mandy absolutely loved. I told her, I was like, he was homeless as a kid too, right? For a brief moment. Like, I told her a little bit of his story. So she's completely on board now too. But
my wife said the same thing. I mean, Mrs. G was like, man, I love Aaron Jones, but man, if we had to lose him, this is the guy you want.
Absolutely.
Him, right? It's like, and that's the thing, people, like we say this all the time. You can love Josh Jacobs and love Aaron Jones. Like, you're not going to make me hate Aaron Jones. I don't care what anyone says. And you can't really compare them directly because they're different types of running backs. But absolutely, man. I mean, if you got to lose, AJ 33 and bring in a new running back, Josh Jacobs, I mean, that's the guy you want. 100%. Yeah.
Completely agree. Badger Trio, thank you so much for the super chat, bud. Going back to Mark Murphy, Donovan Schilling said, Mark Murphy threw the ball with my son during OTAs. That's absolutely awesome. Mandy got a chance to meet him briefly. I was in the restroom. We got up, went to the restroom from our seats up in the suites. We kind of set up in the boxes, and sure enough, man, I came out of the bathroom. He's like, you just missed Mark Murphy. Like, you got to be kidding me. Like, he was out there hanging out with people in the hallway and just chilling. It was, sounded cool. So
I think that's what I'm going to miss the most is seeing Mark out there for the morning walk and the morning jog out near Titletown and, always in the pro shop, cutting through the pro shop to get to the office kind of thing. Mark is, when it comes to front office guys in the NFL, he's probably one of the most accessible guys that you'll ever see. And regardless if he's busy or not, he takes the time. He will take a picture. He'll stop, shake your hand, talk to you. I've been lucky enough to meet him, man, 3 or 4 or 5 times, just being up near the facility. And he's royalty, man, in the NFL for sure. And I think that's so cool, Donovan, telling that story. Throwing the ball with my son during OTAs, that's Mark Murphy to a T right there for sure.
The stuff that matters for sure. And also seeing the side of him that when fans were trying to embarrass him with the emails, they thought he'd just sweep it under the rug, and he literally put it in as part of Murphy Takes 5 or whatever his Mark Takes 5 and roasted their ass. I'm all about that too. Like he's just this perfect. I don't know. I think he's done just a great job. And here's the other thing too, Tim. I think he'll still be around. He's being forced to step down from that position because he's reached the age of 70. But I think he'll still be kind of around helping Ed Policy take care of business too, which will be really, really cool. And I'm excited to see the policy here take off because, the reality is too, Mark Murphy caught a lot of hell coming in because, guys, we were going from Bob Harlan. Bob Harlan, holy cow.
Legend. Yeah.
Can we just stop for a second and thank sweet baby Jesus for the people that have been elected as that president and CEO of the Packers, going from Bob Harlan straight into Mark Murphy. And what did they say? 13 of the 17 years we were a playoff team.
Yep.
It's just unfreaking believable, man. And now hopefully Ed Policy will continue that tradition on, and Titletown will continue to grow and revenue will continue to go up. The draft is going to be huge this year. Forget us as fans and how awesome it's going to be to hang out around Lambeau for a full week or around the draft. But think of the business that's going to be brought into town, and it's going to help the city of Green Bay and all that. So it's going to be awesome, man. For sure.
We absolutely nailed that, right? Ed Policy is the right man.
I think so. Yeah.
It's just like we did with our GMs, right? We go from Teddy to Goody, and the lineage continues. We're doing the same thing in the front office. So, sad to see Mark go, but I think you're right. He'll probably still be really close to the organization, some kind of unofficial advisory type of role, right?
Yeah, definitely. Donald Rump in the chat says, excited for the draft. I live about an hour away from Lambeau. Is PTA having some kind of get together? We're going to do something for sure, Donald. Our plan is, and this could change.
We're tailgating in the Ticket King parking lot. Is that the?
We're going to reach out to Ticket King and see if we can work something out there. But the goal is, before the draft starts, we want to have a meetup area. And listen, everything's going to be booked. It's going to be darn near impossible for us to go to a bar or something like that. So it'll probably be a certain part of Lambeau parking lot, meet up, kind of hang out, get to meet everybody face to face, that type of thing. And then as of right now, I've got a house rented in Green Bay for the week, and we're going to go back to the house. Me, Tim, Jacob, Emilio, we'll go back and do a live draft party, or a draft show, I should say, at that house. Now, listen, I'm very, very, very limited on how many people I can have in that house, and rightfully so. When you Airbnb something out, you're not allowed to have a house party, unfortunately. All right, we checked on that right off the bat.
I'm not going to, so quit asking.
Perfect drop. By the way, you seen the Nick Saban commercial with him running the Airbnb?
Yeah.
That's great. They roll up to the house and he goes.
That is exactly how he would run an Airbnb.
Yeah. He rolls up and he goes, what was it he said? I can't remember the exact time they said, but he said check-ins at 3:00, and they said it's 2:55. He went, I know. It's awesome. But anyway, we'll be in and around Lambeau, and we'll make sure we meet up with people and organize that. If we could get like a spot at 1919 Kitchen and Tap or something for a dozen of us to go hang out, have a couple beers, and just shoot the crap, that would be absolutely awesome. But and here's the thing too, like I told the guys, and we'll move on. We may get there, and it'd be so awesome in and around the draft that we go, forget the draft show, let's just hang out here. That could happen too if we find a good spot. So we'll see what happens for sure. So I appreciate you being interested, though, Donald, for sure. All right, man. CJN said the same thing. Same here, Donald Rump. I live an hour and 30 minutes away. I'm really looking forward to meeting everybody. It's going to be awesome, man, for sure. Josh Martin with the super chat. Appreciate you, buddy. Says Lambeau Field needs to host a Super Bowl. Hey, New York did it, right, Tim? New York did it.
Yeah,
it's cold weather up there, and the weather seemed to work out pretty good. I don't think they'll do it in Green Bay. I just don't see it. I wish they would, but I don't see it. Man.
Yeah, I don't either. Especially considering that we'll probably be in a few of those for the next couple of years. We wouldn't want to give the Packers home field advantage in the Super Bowl.
Right. Exactly. It took forever to get the draft up there, right? So, yeah. And again, shout out to Mark Murphy.
Right? If Green Bay can handle the draft, I don't see why we couldn't handle, a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Nothing like your city's population swelling by 250,000 people or so in a single weekend. But hey, I'm with it, man. You never know.
Yeah. Josh Martin with the super chat again. Thank you, buddy. We appreciate you. Badger Trio says the NFL already said no more cold weather outdoor Super Bowl. Sadly, I understand why. I get it. I understand why. It will
sit your butt outside.
Exactly. There'd be nothing better than a Super Bowl at Lambeau. I don't want to create a false expectation like, hey, it's possible. I don't know, man. I don't see them doing it for sure.
Yeah, they tried that experience already. It's probably not didn't get a lot of good positive response probably for that cold weather Super Bowl.
And Donald in the chat says limited space is why they wouldn't let Green Bay host a Super Bowl. But if the draft goes well, then maybe they'll revisit that. I guess that's a good point. I heard rumors they were going to bring cruise liners up to the bay and park them in the bay and use it as like mobile hotels, for hotel space. And I know people roll their eyes at that. Boys, those cruise liners are awesome. Like casinos on board at the whole 9 yards. Like that's a really good idea.
I've heard that too. I did hear they were going to do that. And then of course there's like construction happening right now. We've got stuff happening here and they're getting ready for draft day for sure.
Yeah. We were going to purchase a property up there this year and the property value is through the roof right now because of the draft. So as soon as the draft passes, that's when we're going to pull the trigger on property up there. So
nice.
It was kind of bittersweet, but we have one piece of property we came real close to going ahead and do. I was going to create a small construction on it and go ahead and get a house built on that lot. But unfortunately, like I said, it got swooped away. All the prices went through the roof because of the draft. We'll wait till after the draft and pull the trigger. I just can't. I'm a cheapskate, man. I'm looking for the deal. I ain't looking to overpay for that stuff. So
somewhere Jacob's listening right now going, yeah, Clayton, yeah.
I've rubbed off on Clayton. Exactly. All right, next play we wanted to highlight here real quick on this Victory Tuesday. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us. Hit that like button for us. Feel free to sub to the channel. Appreciate y'all making us part of your Christmas Eve morning here on Good Morning Lambeau. So first quarter, Packers lead 7-0 over the Saints. This is a 3rd and 7 play, and this is one that's going to make chalk talk, and we'll break it down fully. But the reason I showed this is, guys, the game, it's 7-0 right here. If they don't convert on this and they punt the ball away, who knows how this game goes, right? Like another team can get a little bit of momentum, get hot. This was a big play in my opinion. 3rd and 7, Matt LaFleur breaks out the empty load right, 11 empty load right, and Jordan Love, the Romeo Dobbs on the wrap concept. So we've talked about the wrap concept. When we talk load right, this is an 11 personnel. Here is your T. That's your running back. There is your tight end. So it's a tray right look with the T and the tight end on the same side of the field. We will call that load, okay? So load right, if they're on the left, we call it load left. You got a nasty split up top, and you're going to notice, I think it's Jayden Reed is going to just do a quick little motion over, and they're going to have this semi-stack look with Jayden Reed to the inside. He's playing F. And with the wrap concept, it's real simple. Jayden Reed, the inside guy, is going to run a curl, and then Romeo is just going to wrap around the top. Okay, that's what we refer to as a wrap concept. And you just notice up top, there's Dobby. There's a quick little motion by Jayden. You'll see Jayden sit, high-low read. Beautiful job in the spacing. That's what Romeo Dobbs does really, really well. Obviously, Tim, 3rd and 7 play, man. This is a huge play, I think.
I just caught the ball.
Just put it on loop. And again, a good ball by Jordan, no hesitation. He knows exactly where he wants to go with the football. Looks the safety over with his eyes. Bang. Great job moving the sticks on 3rd and 7. So Romeo Dobbs, man, he's that dude. He's our receiver you want in the phone booth, right?
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it.
You see everybody kind of has their role, there's not a lot of guys that are like super interchangeable. Everyone kind of has their role. And Rome is that dude, right? We always talked about 3rd and Wicks, right? Last year.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's 3rd and Dobbs this year.
It absolutely is.
Yep.
Great point. He has definitely been the 3rd down machine this year. So just wanted to kind of show that, not spend a whole lot of time on it, but thought that was a key play that no one's going to talk about because it was just I think it was a 15-yard gain, I believe is what it was. So it wasn't technically an explosive, and we usually don't show explosives, or we only show explosives on Chalk Talk. So with this case, though, it was a really important play early in the game for sure. Yep. And then, of course, we got to be careful with that because that's a broadcast camera. That's the stiff arm. And I just had announced here as I was watching Good Morning Football, official Josh Jacobs has won Good Morning Football's Angry Run of the Week. So he did win the Kyle Brandt.
Wow.
Week.
That's how damn good he is.
Yeah.
We got a Bears fan to give him some props. I love
exactly. It. So he's going to have the scepter. Can't wait to see that video of him holding the scepter and all that. It's going to be cool. So there you go. And he's been doing it all year, man.
Yeah, man.
there's crime scene photos all over the internet of him just abusing defensive backs and linebackers, no doubt. We need to have a picture of Josh Jacobs holding the belt too. We got to make that happen. So we'll get on that on Grok for sure. All right, next play. Want to know how much Matt LaFleur is in his bag? Christian Watson wide open for the touchdown, and Jordan Love still has a 21-yard option underneath to Tucker Kraft. This is the play we were talking about earlier. It's just absolutely wild. So you're going to see they're in a tray left look, and I think they motion Christian Watson over, and then he's going to come back on a climb route, which is really, really cool. So this is kind of that strike concept, but you're going to have our boy Tucker Kraft leak out underneath. And again, look at Christian Watson. Oh, he's going to work across, a little cross country is what it was. All right, so like a cross corner. Look how open he is, right?
I love how he baits him on the he runs like a fake post.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that at the beginning of the route? I love it.
Some people call it cross country. I've heard other people call it a pro route. So what you're doing is you're kind of showing it. A post corner you would go vertical, post, corner, right? With a pro though, you kind of showing like a skinny post, and then you're coming back out. Right. So it's just like a sideways V, right? Bang. That's what you call a pro route. And again, he had options at all three levels. The fact that Christian Watson was wide open to him, and you still checked it down for 21 yards, that's Matt LaFleur. That's Matt LaFleur in his bag right there, man. So
that's Jordan Love being patient too.
Yeah.
Normally it's go ball, automatic, right? Boom, throw that ball down the field. I like the fact that he I guess they were both safe throws, but it shows the maturity in Jordan's game already. Second year as a starter. Multiple guys open, just hammers that throw to Tuck, and drive continues. I love it.
And those negative fans that are on Twitter right now going, hit Christian Watson wide open. Why didn't you throw to him? If that falls incomplete, they would turn right around and say, he had a check down. Why is he always trying to hit the big shot? Like, just take the check down. That's exactly how it was. I don't think it was this guy. I think this guy.
I don't think so either.
By the way, can you put that back up, Tim? The nipple to row ratio is not good here. I just want to say that. All right, get it off the screen, please. And hopefully his gut did not stick to the metal pole there. But
I feel bad for that kid next to him.
He's smothered out.
He's just trying to cheer. He's like, man, I can't even get my hands up. This guy's got flab all over the railing.
There's so much going on though with this whole picture here. Look at the guy taking the picture of the camera taking the picture. Look at the dude in the left screaming. You're going, he's fired up. No, this dude stepped on his toe. I guarantee you that. Exactly what's going on. So about to ask. Nick McSwain in the chat says, since week 11, the Packers have scored the second most points in the NFL and allowed the second fewest points in the NFL. Have an NFL best plus 90 point differential over the last 6 weeks. Let's go, man. They are on a heater. No doubt about it, man.
Yep.
Good stat there, Nick. Thank you so much for taking the time to share that with us. Cam in the chat, the nipple to roll ratio. Hey, the ratio is real, Cam. You know what I'm talking about. That's why you're laughing, my man. All right, let's see. Let's move it along here. And actually, we're live. Okay, so we're good. That's it. Just wanted to show a few plays that kind of stood out to me early on. Again, we're only to the 12-minute mark in the second quarter. We got the first 5 plays of Chalk Talk ready to roll. I got to go through and draw everything up, give you guys the entire play, but we'll do that a little bit later. So Coach Lynn in the chat says, how did Musgrave look to you guys? I got to be honest, Coach, I didn't even notice him. I think they said he played 8 snaps, right, Tim? Is that what it was, 8, if I remember correctly? So I don't remember seeing Musgrave, noticing Musgrave. I don't know about you, but if we go to the PFF recap, we can probably get a little bit better idea. I think they've got the snap count down here, if I remember correctly. Yeah, offensive snap count. So just to confirm, where's he at?
8 snaps.
There he is, 8. Yeah, so he only had 8 snaps, Coach. I don't remember noticing him on any specific play, and it could have been something too. They had him activated and played him later in the game too. You know what I mean?
I remember seeing him on one play. I made a comment. I think he was attached and he kind of ran like a climb or something, kind of stretched the field a little bit, and we got something underneath, but that was about it. Yeah.
So Coach, I don't want to give any false information here, man. I just didn't really notice him. We can go back and look at the 8 snaps. So I don't think that would be a bad idea. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe tonight, if we do a show or whenever our next show is, we might take a second and just look at all 8.
He did stay on his feet though.
Musgrave stayed on his feet.
That's right, baby. That's an improvement too. This PFF review here, recap, whatever you want to call it. Let's dive into it here a second if we can keep it full screen. I won't go into all the entire article, but let's look at the highest graded players early on here. Defensive line, Kalen Saunders for the New Orleans Saints at 89.6. But look at early on, I don't know if this was final or not, Tim, but Brenton Cox Jr., 89.5 grade, bro. Zane Anderson, 86.9.
Here's the guy.
To quote a great Packer coach, what the hell's going on out here? Like, seriously, these dudes. Unbelievable, man. Let's look at the snap count for Brenton Cox Jr. We know what Zane was, right, for the most part. I mean, he was on the field all night. Zane Anderson, 47. Brenton Cox Jr., 26 snaps. Guys, that is not a small sample size. And understand what PFF does with their grading. You could make 3 or 4 solid plays, screw up on 2, and you're going to end up with a mediocre grade. It's all about consistency. That says a lot about Brenton Cox Jr. And if you guys go back and look, he was one of the top prospects in the entire nation going into college. And he went to 2 different universities. I think it was Florida, and who was the other one, Tim? Do you remember? Georgia. He got kicked off of Georgia, got kicked off of both teams. So it's not like this dude was just an overachiever that never got noticed. It was the opposite. He was a dude coming out of high school that everybody wanted, but he just had discipline problems and get kicked off of teams. Comes to Green Bay, and like Jacob pointed out, I think it was last night, really walked the straight and narrow in Green Bay. He's got natural talent, and he's keeping his nose clean. Bro, who knows what we got in Brenton Cox Jr.? We might be looking up in 2 years, giving him the bag, and he's our premier pass rusher. I mean, this is nothing to scoff at when you're talking about that grade there, man. Again, what was it again? 89.5? That's an elite PFF grade. So
you got to think these guys right here.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. And here's the thing, too, CJN, I'm pretty sure they get penalized for the penalties, too. It's usually a -2 on that play, if I understand correctly. CJN says 89 grade for Cox with a BS call and hitting the quarterback.
I'm glad he said that because I thought that, too. I thought he did everything they tell these guys to do, right? Don't put your body weight on them, right? Don't drive them to the ground. It was a bang-bang kind of play. Mm-hmm. That was terrible call. I agree 100%.
Yeah. Oh, it says the final grades are available for this game, Tim. We're at the 113 mark. We shouldn't get into that yet. Let me ask you, should we do a show tonight? Yes.
I probably won't be available tonight.
I'm kind of thinking we'll take Christmas Eve off. I'm going to try to sneak away from the family tomorrow at some point and do a show midday. Probably fly solo. I know you got stuff going on, but we'll probably not do a show tonight. So why don't we see if these grades are available real quick?
Let's do it live.
We'll just run through them real quick if that's all right with you guys and gals. We'll do it that way. So see if we can find it. Hopefully they've got them. They may not, though. Let's see. Premium stats. It gets a little bit wonky when you try to do this on the fly. So give me just a second, Tim. If you want to hit on some stuff in the chat, you go right ahead, and I'll see if we can find these grades.
We got Braden in the chat. Cox led the team in pressures with 6 pressures.
Let's go.
Pretty awesome. Shout out to Cam in the chat. I think Lucas Patrick wanted us to win. Yeah, he sure had a lot of penalties last night. Shout out to the former Packers doing their part. That's certainly true. We got Prince in the chat says, you deserve a night off. Merry Christmas, fellas. Thank you. Appreciate that, Prince. And oh gosh, Rel. I'm not putting that up there.
You got to be careful. Tim. Now you know how I feel.
Shout out to Rel for keeping us on our toes.
There you go. Nice little honorable mention. Here we go. We got it, man. Let's hit these real quick.
Let's go.
All right. So this is officially our highest graded PFF score as a team in the 2024 season at an 85.5. Last week was an 85. So the Packers have played their 2 best games the last 2 weeks. Offensive grade 80.2. By the way, that's the best offensive grade of the year. 71 in the passing game, 78.3 in pass blocking. Receiving grade 68.3 and running grade 89.7. Run blocking grade 66.8. That run blocking grade looks to be the third highest run blocking grade of the year according to PFF. Defensively 76.8. Run defense 58.6, which is just wild to think about, seeing that we shut them down completely. Tackle grade 62.3, pass rush grade 83.1. This was our best pass rush of the season. Coverage grade 75.3. That's our fourth best coverage grade of the year. And then special teams 64.5. That is our third highest graded special teams grade of the year. Let's go into the offensive side of the ball real quick. Josh Jacobs, surprise, leading the way at a 90.4. Tim, Emmanuel Wilson with 25 snaps.
That's my dude.
80.9. Let's go. Malik Willis, 77.2. Zach Tom, 76.5. Tucker Kraft, 74.5. Let's freaking go. Jaden Reed, 73.1. Chris Brooks, 72.6 with 22 snaps. That is wild, man. Each running back got 20-plus snaps, and they all graded out above a 70, one of which was a 90 in Josh Jacobs. Emmanuel Wilson at 80.9 and Chris Brooks at a 72.9.
Running back by committee, baby. I love it. Spread that ball around. I love it.
69.3 for Elton Jenkins. Andre Dillard was in the game for 9 snaps. Didn't know that.
Here's a guy.
68.8. Jordan Love, 68.7. Sean Ryan, 65.6. On and on and on there. So Luke Musgrave, according to PFF, Coach Lynn, and again, take it with a grain of salt, 53.6 was Luke Musgrave's PFF grade. And these may change as we get a little deeper. It says they're final, but sometimes they do shift as we get a little later. Tim, you've got the floor here, man. Anything you want to hit on from the offensive side of the ball, bro?
Yeah, I love this freaking team. I love our freaking coach, and I love the way they executed. We talked about it leading up to this game, about playing fundamentally sound, relatively mistake-free football. And again, to reiterate Tupac LaFleur's quote in the presser last night, wasn't a perfect game, but it never is. It's so true. And we played pretty close to it, though. I think collectively as a unit, this offense just they looked in command the entire game. It was a classic boat race, as Clayton would say, right?
Absolutely, man. It was a lot of fun to watch. And Coach Lynn pointed this out, too. Glover looks solid, and Telford, check it out. The overall PFF grade, 57.5 for Telford, 57 flat for Glover. But look at the pass blocking, man.
Yep.
73.7 for Telford, 77.3 for Glover, man. Coach Buckus has got these boys pass blocking, Tim. It's amazing. It really is. So let's move it along to the defensive side of the ball. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Rashawn Gary, 90.6 PFF grade, boys.
Hold on, let me find it. We gotta put that on the screen. Bang.
And a big thing we've talked about the last few weeks, Tim, is his run defense, bro.
Yeah.
His run defense. 71 points. Every week it's like he's showing up in run defense as much as he is the pass rush. Although pass rush grade 87.1. Let's freaking go. Number 2, Brenton Cox Jr., 88.7. And keep in mind, Brenton Cox Jr. had 3 more snaps than Rashawn Gary, obviously with the blowout. Brenton Cox Jr. just playing outside of his mind. That's awesome. Strong safety, Zane Anderson, 85.2. Edgerrin Cooper, 81.2. Eric Stokes, Tim, you have the floor, sir. Go ahead.
Eric Stokes Jr., do you see that? Is that an 80 grade on Eric Stokes Jr.?
80.6. Let me zoom in here so everybody sees it, boys.
Look at that tackle grade. Look at the coverage grade. 81.5 on the coverage.
My man making me eat my words, and I love it. Eric Stokes showing up, boys, these last couple games. Nobody can deny it.
Somebody's signing a 2-year deal in Green Bay. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, next, Devontae Wyatt with a 77.7. Carrington Valentine, 77.5.
Yes.
Xavier McKinney, 70.3, just steady Eddie, man, all year long. Aaron Mosby, 62.8. And,
KT Oladapo, 62 grade. Look at that.
Yep, on 15 snaps, too.
Take it.
Heck yeah, dude. Let's go, man. Let's go.
I love it.
So, yeah, this is awesome, man. They are peaking at the right time. There's no two ways about it. Let's go to special teams real quick and give a shout out. Look at surprise. Edgerrin Cooper, 89.1 on special teams.
Cowboy Coop.
Yeah, only 4 snaps, but still, man, doing his job. Chris Brooks, man, what a pickup. 11 special team snaps, 72.9. Eric Wilson, 15 special team snaps. Oh, by the way, he wore the green dot and was your mock linebacker all night too, 70.4. Katano Ladapo, 69. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Zane Anderson still contributing to it, 64.7. Corey Ballantyne, 64.7. So, man, just a fun game, fun week of football. There's no two ways about it. I'm going to grab these. I'm going to leave this up and actually tweet those out here in a second, Tim, so we can share that with everybody on Twitter. But anything else you want to hit on, man? Albert 20.
Andy Watkins in the chat. This was literally a preseason game. I love it.
It's really wild, man. Wild. Yeah, and Stokes is, man, like Coach Lynn says, great job, Stokes. Way to turn it around. He is, man. He's playing his best football. There's no doubt about that.
Coach is right, too. Ballantyne looks solid as well. Yeah. I actually got kind of scared there on that one. I thought he might have concussed himself on that deep shot.
Fire, right?
Yeah. It was good to see him back on the field. A veteran leader, right? You know, we talk a lot about the youth on this team, but man, Ballantyne is a veteran presence in that locker room, and I love it.
Yeah. Joyce Martha in the chat said, Tim, you called it with Stokes.
You've been dude right there. Let's
on
go.
The soapbox for him, bro, the whole time, no doubt.
I love it. And I'm so happy for him. I really am, you know, to be able to see how far he's come, you know, since the injury. I mean, the guy was in a wheelchair a year ago. Let's be real. He wasn't even walking. And just to see him get back on the field and then, you know, now right when we need him the most, right, he's stepping up and playing great football.
Yeah, definitely. Coach Lynn says Chris Brooks scored a touchdown, then ran down the field on special teams. Think about that. How cool is that? Yep. And CJN says, great show, guys. Merry Christmas to you all and to the posse. Merry Christmas to you, CJN, and everyone who celebrates. Appreciate y'all making us part of your Christmas Eve here as the Packers, this is Victory Tuesday, just recapping the Packers' huge win over the Saints, 34-0. So no better Christmas present than that to go into my opinion, the most important day of the year. And doing it with a huge dub. Now we can sit back, watch the Christmas Day football on Netflix, enjoy those games, and know the Packers are in the playoffs. So I don't know when the next show will be. There's a chance there will be one tomorrow. If not, we will see you the following day. That may give me a little extra time to get Chalk Talk ready as well. I just want to thank y'all in advance for your patience. You guys know how the holidays are. We want to try to do a show every day. Like I said, if I can squeeze in a 30, 40-minute show tomorrow solo, I will do it. But if we don't, we will see you the following day. Tim, Merry Christmas, buddy. Appreciate everything you do here.
Thank you, Clay. Same to you. Send our love to Mandy and the family. And happy birthday, Jesus.
That's
Got
right.
you a dub.
Sorry your
party won't suck this year.
That's right. All right, guys. Merry Christmas. We will see you on the other side. We appreciate everybody. Have a great
And we go.
We're out. Bye, guys.